YouTube? Camodo Gaming here, bringing you guys another episode of Tiny Town VR, and yes folks, we're back once again, and today we are back with our little zombie battle here. So, from the last episode, we had this whole wall completed, we had this big field of zombies, and they were attacking something, and I asked you guys, what are they attacking? Well, I'm gonna go ahead and be honest with you guys. I started an episode about 30 minutes ago, and I thought I was recording, and I was doing all this talking and building, and I wasn't recording. I was like, really, Camodo? You screwed this up? So, I've actually built something behind me, but you guys said, well, maybe they're protecting a power plant. And I thought to myself, you know what? That's a great idea, but let's kind of turn the tables. So people from the last episode were like, well, where's the grandmas? Well, there's an explanation for that. These are actually not the good guys. Neither are the zombies. It's actually two bad factions fighting together. So you got the guys along the wall. They're actually protecting the power plant, which is actually something else. So it's kind of like a power plant in disguise. Essentially, they have been causing a lot of the chaos around the city. And trust me, the grandmas are not happy about this, and they are on their way. So as you can see over here, we have a portal opening up. And that's because this poor soul here is getting bitten by zombies, and he accidentally opened a portal. Now, if you recall, you see many portals in the city, but there's been a couple in particular, and if we go back to our Costume Man episode and we zoom in here, you see this one, and if you go down, look at that. There's a guy that's unleashing this in the city, so it might explain some of the creatures that you see, including some of the Trevor Henderson ones like the Costume Man, Bridgeworm, and Siren Head over there. Essentially, this is kind of like a secret base, and the zombies are here to gain the powers in this base. So I know it's a little confusing story-wise, but trust me, it actually is going to make sense here in the end, and trust me, the grandmas are on their way, and they're ready to kick everybody's butt. So, like I said, we'll go over what I've built here. If you guys are enjoying Tiny Town on the channel, maybe hit that thumbs up button. And if you guys have any suggestions for future builds, comment below. So, speaking of evil creatures, somebody said also along with the power plant, I should do like a big ant invasion. So, we're going to do that because that's what's coming through that portal there. So, as far as what I built, like from the start, which I wasn't recording, none of this was here. So, we have a power plant. We got two cooling towers. One's actually exploding right now. You got some buildings, like a little underground bunker over there. Some cars. So I really didn't build a whole lot. But yeah, I was a ding dong and I didn't record it. So anyways, that's what I built before we started recording here. But we've got some stuff to build here today. Now, as far as the insect, I do have an ant. And that was one of the most upvoted comments from the last episode. I was like, you know what? We can incorporate that into this episode along with the power plant. So, yes, ants are crawling out. Oh, geez, that just kind of creeps me out. You know, I'm actually not, like, afraid of bugs. But if I saw an ant like this out in my yard, I'd probably move out and probably burn down my own house. Because, yeah, I don't want anything to do with that. I mean, could you imagine how much it would hurt to get stung by one of these? You would probably die instantly, which I'm pretty sure we're going to have some of that happening here. So we need to spread these ants out all over the place. I just realized how screwed the people are on the wall. This is what you get for being evil citizens. Maybe we should have a name for the faction. And maybe we'll incorporate them more into the future episodes. So, yeah, let me know what you think the faction's name. That's maybe the Citizens Gone Rogue. Alright, so if we get kind of close to the action here, you can see things are going really, really bad. So, yeah, the ants are pouring out of the portal. And I just have thought, you know, some of the stuff that has been coming out of the portals was in the old city, so maybe that explains a lot of what's coming over. And the old Disasterville, they're actually coming through and coming into the new city. So you got this guy in here, we're going to call him Dave. He's battling the ants. He's watching his poor buddy get devoured by ants, and yeah, that's not going to be a pretty death, but still, this guy's over here, he's getting eaten too. He has a shotgun in his hand. Guy over here, he dropped his gun. Now, the fun thing is, you got all these people defending the little opening in the wall from the zombies, and you got this one lady that's tapping the guy on the shoulder like, hey, we have a problem behind us. We might want to run. Alright, so we'll have to have a couple fighters, like, forming up here, and maybe they're using some of the melee weapons and stuff like that to attack the ants. So we'll have like this dude here. We'll put him in like a little fighting stance. Now we've got to incorporate a grandma in here. Now we'll probably have like a grandma force flying in from the sky. But I'm trying to figure out, there's got to be still an oblivious grandma somewheres in here. Alright, so if you look over here, we've got some more action. So this lady actually jumped on top of one of the ants, and she's stabbing it through the head with a samurai sword. You got a guy over here with a couple machetes, he's charging in. You got another samurai sword guy, and you got the guy with the pistol. So yeah, these guys weren't the most advanced when it comes to their weaponry. It's just the whole fact that they probably overran this facility, and they discovered the power of the portal guns. Now, question is, where did they get the portal guns? Maybe it's stolen tech from the grannies. Maybe this will explain the whole reason that they're pretty ticked off right now. So if you look over here, we've got a bit more action. You've got the guy with the crossbow. He's shooting one of the ants, but the ants don't really seem to be that affected by the crossbows. So he might want to maybe run for the truck and get the heck out of here. So as far as the grandmas, you know, we've got a grandma gunship over here. Let's see, where is it at? It is... here we go. So if you recall, this is one of the first episodes back. This was the robot army coming through, and the grandmas were coming through in the gunships. By the way, they look spectacular over there, but we're going to take one of these, and this is how they're going to be landing in the other area. By the way, if you're wondering where Oblivious Grandma is in this whole chaotic scene... she's down here feeding ducks, because Mama Duck and her little ducklings are following through the little stampede here, and she's giving them some crumbles off her sandwich. You know, Oblivious Grandma has a really kind heart, by the way. As far as the Oblivious Grandmas coming out of the gunships, they're not so kind. They're ready to probably exterminate everything in the area. So we've got the gunships up here. These are probably going to be providing support and trying to maybe weaken some of the areas of the attack. And then behind them, you've got like a little sneak attack. They're going to be landing, and they're going to be deploying troops behind the zombies. Alright, so as you can see up here, grandmas are providing support from the air. They've got their miniguns out, sniper rifles. They look totally awesome. And if you come down here, you can see the grandma team pouring out of the gunship here. They're all equipped with machine guns. You got like a minigun person back here, sniper in the back providing support. And yeah, overall, they are looking pretty awesome. So hold on, let's go ahead and zoom out. Oh man, I really wish I would have caught the first episode where I was building the power plant, but that looks pretty amazing. Hold on, let's get an even wider view. Yeah, we need to fill in this area here. I'll have to see what we're going to do there. We might just put some office buildings and stuff. Maybe it's a part of the city that hasn't been destroyed yet. Alright, so I still feel like there should be more ants coming out of the portal here, so we're going to decorate maybe the other cooling tower here. But overall, I'm pretty happy with the progress we made this episode. Like I said, I do apologize for not recording the very first bit of my building, but I'm pretty sure you guys will forgive me. Plus, you guys probably have some really awesome suggestions coming out when the video goes live. By the way, we should totally make one of these ants trying to jump for the grandma gunship. That looks kind of cool. Oh, that is terrifying. But anyways, I think that's going to wrap it up for this episode. It's probably going to be a little bit shorter episode because of my screw up on the recording, but thank you guys for all the love and support. You guys are absolutely amazing on this series, and we'll see you guys next time in Tiny Town VR.